Alright guys, welcome back. Now in this next 2 or 3 videos, I'm going to talk about the the blog section of the theme. Now the blog section is also fairly easy. I'm going to talk about that on our live preview. Our resolution is pretty small, so this sort of overlaps here. But the first thing we got to think about our blog is each blog post is a post. But before we show anything on our blog, we have to set up a settings, which is fairly easy. If you just go in the custom admin panel, you have the blog options. Now, this is just the categories. This is how the layout of your categories. But in order to show a blog post, we need to create a page that sort of shows a blog posts. To do that, it's really simple. I'm just going to go to pages and create a new page. Now I'm going to call this page blog. Now since this is a blog page, this content area is not really used. We're not going to use that for now because there's nothing to show. We're only going to show our posts. So we're going to set that blog, and we're not going to show that because, well, there's just no point. Default, right side, show breadcrumbs, maybe, let's show that. Now what you want to do is here on page attributes, just below your publish button, you have the page attributes. We're going to set a template. Now you see we have 4 different templates. We have the portfolio template, which shows portfolio posts, and then we have the blog. Now there are 3 blog templates, one with a full width, featured image, medium, and small. I'll show you the difference if you go on our live review on theme.btoa.com.au. and we go to blog. You see this is the full size, which is the full width image. I'm going to open that in a new tab, the medium and the small. Now if we were to create a page that full width, this is how our blog would look like, the full width sort of thumbnail showing. The medium would show like this, with a medium image showing at the left or hand side of your title. And the small one, which I find it quite amusing, I find quite appealing actually, and it's just sort of like a small thumbnail on your left or right hand side. So we're going to create a medium actually first, and once you select blog, you see that this pop-up full of options shows, and here it sort of like can include features and sort of pull up features from there. Now, whenever you're in your blog page, you can. There are a whole lot of things that are shown. You have your title, you have your categories, you have your tags, you have your dates, the author of the post, the number of comments, the button. You have all these sort of things that you can sort of put in or not put in. So we're going to go through those. Post date. We're going to put a post date, which is the date right here at the bottom. This is a post date. We're going to show that. Author, we're going to show a post author. That's only me, but I think it's nice. It looks good on, in my opinion, it looks good when you know who's actually writing that. Categories. Now the categories, it shows differently in different layouts. So for instance, the medium shows here next to the author on the full width, sorry, and the medium shows here at the top. The small shows here just below the title. So I'm gonna set that to yes because I want that to show at the top. I think this is my favorite layout actually. I'm going to show that. Our tags, a lot of people don't put tags. I think it's a very good idea to sort of put in a few tags on your posts. I'm going to put that in. I'm going to show our comments. So tags show here. Our comments, it's just the number of comments. I think it's a great idea to put that in. I highly recommend. Readability mode, we're going to talk about that in a little bit. Featured image, most definitely. I think blogs without featured images don't look good at all. Read more button, yes, this is the read more button what it shows. So this is a read more button. Let's just get that quite clear. And featured image side. Now we can put that on our left or right side. Since I'm using the right sidebar, I'm going to leave that at left. Now, one of the things that I find quite important, especially because it differs sort of changes from person to person is the height of your featured image. Now, I like to leave that at 250, especially if it's a medium-sized image. You might want to leave it at a little bit bigger if you want. I like to leave it at 250, but it's up to you guys. I'm gonna set a new custom sidebar for this, and blog sidebar, and now we've set a blog page. I'm gonna publish that. Now, once we've published it, we pretty much just created a page to show our posts, so we can sort of like have a sort of basis where all our posts will be in there. In the next video, we're going to go through the process of creating posts. This was just our blog page, but hopefully it'll be quite easy. Oh yes, sorry, the increased font size for readability. If we go on our live preview, the readability mode is sort of just increases the size of the font, so it's easier to read. So you see like the text has been increased, and it's a serif font. So you have the little serifs at the very end of each character. I think for blogs that's a very good idea. We should always put the readability mode on, especially when the text is really long. Actually, matter of fact, I'm going to set that as on as well, and I'm just going to update that page. Alright, so our blog page is done. In the next video, we're going to start adding blog posts. So I'll see you guys soon.